over the next 11 weeks, because I won't be here next week. It's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Florida State graduate. Turns 73 next Wednesday, so happy birthday, Dad. But 10 of the next 11 weeks, we will give you the hottest of hot takes. Some of them might be lukewarm, like what Logan did earlier this year. Some of them are going to set the web on fire. Call your local fire department. Get ready. Get a hose. Let's get this started. So the first one, we've talked about the era of the early 2010s when Florida State was dominating college football, winning the Orange Bowl, winning the ACC, winning the national title, 29-game win streak. And what did those teams have in common? In 6 of the 7 seasons from 2010 to 2016, Florida State was the state champs. Florida State, over that period, in that 7-season period, lost 1 game to a team from the state of Florida when they lost to Florida in 2012. Since then, in the 4 seasons that Florida State has played, both Miami and Florida in the same season, they've been swept twice, and they've only won 1 game the other 2 times, beating Florida in 2017 and Miami last season. Logan talked a little bit about it last week, about what Florida State has to do to win the state of Florida and how important it is to win the state of Florida. So, after evaluating the schedule, and that's what I did last weekend, I went through the entire ACC schedule, wins and losses and everything. That's right. It got really boring. It was raining down here, so I had nothing but half an hour to do that. After looking at the schedule, it came to one conclusion. The first hot take of the 2022 offseason is that, drum roll. Thank you.
That's the best I can do.
That's
Can you hear that?
I like it. Thank you.
Okay.
Florida State will beat Miami and Florida in the same season for the first time since 2016. Florida State will be the state champs of the Sunshine State for the first time in 6 years.
Wow. So
I think Florida State, I think it's a combination of the fact that both Miami and Florida, you look at their schedules beforehand. Miami, look at their schedule right now. They're playing Texas A&M. They play North Carolina. They go to Virginia Tech, go to Virginia, who Virginia beat them last season, at Texas A&M on September 17th, and that's all before Florida State. So I think that's at least 3 losses at that point, so some of their momentum's gone. Florida, obviously playing us on the Friday before Thanksgiving, first time since 1979. That game's not on Saturday. But in the SEC alone, they play LSU. They play the defending national champions, Georgia. They go to Texas A&M, to Tennessee. They start off the year with Utah. There is a chance Florida could lose their season opener for the first time since they lost to Michigan a couple years ago in Arlington. So I think that the way things play out, if the things play out the way we have talked about this offseason, I believe Florida State will beat Miami and Florida for the first time since 2016.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which game I think is better for Florida State to come away with. I'm still reading both of these new staffs and seeing how it's going to develop from last year's teams. I think Florida's got their quarterback, and definitely Miami does too. But I think Miami is a little bit ahead there with Tyler Van Dyke.
Yeah.
But we heard all about Tyler Van Dyke last year, and what did Florida State do? I mean, they are able to get after him and dominate there on the defensive line, and I think that's going to be even scarier for Florida State. Florida State's defensive line is going to be better, which is going to be even scary to think of, even with the loss of Jermaine Johnson. I mean, Keir Thomas. I think D-Mac and Jared Burris are going to do what they need to do, and if they're able to play an average game against Miami, that interior defensive line is going to do what it's going to do, and it's going to be one of the best in the college football next season. And then if I'm going over to Florida, I think, if you're able to take care of Anthony Richardson and Florida State's defensive lines, it's funny. Both of these rivalry games are really going to come down to Florida State's defense, and that's something that I thought looked really good this last spring. I think there's definitely a high potential where Florida State can come away with it. They should have done it last year. Let's all be honest here. That was embarrassing to see Florida State go down there to Gainesville and lose to an interim head coach, and then lose to Emory Jones, who was throwing interceptions to some of the cotton candy people out there, giving out popcorn and everything, just giving an interception to even some of the press media up there 50 rows up.
You got one in the press box. I got one.
I got a ball too.
I got one.
Yep. I got it signed too and everything before Emory Jones decided to leave and transfer. And we'll see. If Anthony Richardson can stay healthy, I think that's a big thing too for Florida next year. But both teams are most certainly beatable. It should already be beatable in my opinion, because Florida State is bringing back Jordan Travis. You're bringing a really good defense back. You're bringing an extremely good defensive line. This is Mike Norvell. He's now into true year 3 for Florida State. He should already have the advantage of taking down these two rivals. And he's done it once before against Miami at home on a thriller, but I feel like it should be a little bit easier, even with going down there in Miami, which I think I'm going to go down there for the first time this season.
Whoa,
so,
whoa, that's the hot take right there. Logan's going to actually go south of I-4.
It was not my idea. It was not my idea, but
we're going to set him up.
Wants to go down there.
We're going to set him up some Cuban food, get some Latin women. That's it.
Well, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Once I heard Latinas.
First time they call you Poppy, it's done. You're going to give them
all
your money.
You can sign me up right now then. And Jason, you don't have to tell me where I need to be at all times.
I feel like Mark needs to end this show before it becomes.
Sounds like Logan and I share some taste there, and I already knew that.
Boy.
Oh, I knew me and Mark did it about a year ago. I knew that we had the same.
Mark's got his. I got a Puerto Rican woman right now, so we're good. We're all
look at that. Whoa! Look at this.
Trifecta.
Wow! Look at us. It's a summer loving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Jason, you're locking that in. Florida and Miami. Those
Florida
are
and
wins.
Miami. Florida, Miami. So, and then next week I won't be here, but on the 29th, I'm going to. Here's your tease. The next one. Which teams in the ACC are going to have an amazing start? And by amazing, which teams will be bowl eligible in their first 6 games? Stay tuned. That'll be on the 29th.
On the 29th.
It may be 2 teams that you don't think. It may be 3 teams. It may be 1 team you do think. You never know. That's why you watch with Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football.